Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you again for joining me for another video. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Tamara. I do beauty content, and I'm also a Christian, and so I make Christian videos, which leads me to this video today, which is about trusting God's plan, trusting his purpose, trusting the process, and all that good stuff. And I just want to throw out there really quick, I am in no way, shape, form, fashion, however you want to say it, I do not have it together. I will never have it together. And so I just want to throw out there that I make these videos as I'm learning. I make these videos by experiences that I go through, by situations that I go through. And so I know personally for me, it's a lot easier to go through stuff whenever you feel like you're not alone. And so as I'm learning, I just like to share and encourage other people out there. We all have different areas to grow in. We all are in different seasons when it comes to our relationship with God. So to be able to relate to somebody and see that you're going through kind of the same thing that they're going through, it just helps us to be able to encourage one another and just help the next person too. And so today's video, like I said, I'm going to be talking about trusting God. And to start this video, I'm going to be really real with you guys as far as where I am now in my life. So, beginning of this year, I decided, me and my husband did the Daniel fast. And this was the first time I ever fasted for real or ever completed a fast. There were things that I was praying about at the end of the year, and I really felt like fasting was going to be able to just help me just to hear clearer from him, clearlier, however you say it. It was going to help me hear from him more clear. There we go. So maybe like a few days into the fast, I got off from work and I came home and I just went into prayer. I started telling God how I felt, what was going on. And one thing that I like to do when I'm spending time with God is I like to journal. So I have a journal here and I just like to write letters to God, basically, you know, how my day was or what's going on. So this particular day, whenever I came home and I just finished praying, I opened up my journal because I was going to begin to journal to God. He actually began to speak to me. And so when he was speaking to me, I was writing down what he was saying. But one particular thing that he said to me, and I'm going to read it to you guys, is basically quit your job. And for those of you who don't know, I went to beauty school, and so I had the desire to be able to work in a salon and make a lot of money like everyone talks about, making a lot of money doing hair, doing nails or whatever, have a bunch of clients, and things just weren't working out the way that I expected them to be. The specific words that he said to me was, quit the salon, for I have better for you. And so after he told me to quit the salon, it actually took me another 2 weeks to actually quit the salon. And I was like, quit the salon? This is the only thing that I went to school for. This is what I've been working for so long. Let me just throw out there, I do have a part-time job working retail. I was scared to quit because I was, number one, embarrassed. Number two, I didn't know how to quit. Number three, I didn't know how to tell people. I eventually quit, and now I'm just in a place where I'm like, you know what, God? I don't understand. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know where you're taking me, but I have to trust you. And learning to trust him has been kind of hard. Not kind of, it has been hard, especially when you do not understand. But I just want to share with you guys what I have learned in the process of trusting God and trusting his plans. We are not here for ourselves at all. We are here for God. We are here for his plan. If we seriously say, God, use me, God, I want the plan that you have for my life, we have to surrender. And surrendering, it takes a level of maturity to say, you know what, I quit. I'm tired of trying to figure this out. I'm tired of trying to do things on my own. I came to the realization that I can't do this by myself. I can't do this on my own. And just like Jesus said, I think it was in John chapter 5:30, he said, by myself, I can do nothing. I judge as I hear, and my judgment is just. For I seek not to please myself, but him who sent me. And to me, that means giving God the glory. And giving God the glory means that he takes the credit for every single thing that's going on in our lives, meaning we can't do nothing without him. So ultimately, whenever we are in God's will, trusting his plan, it means, all right, God, whatever you have for me, whatever you want to do with me, you got it, you know, you got it. I'm cool, I'm gonna back off and just let you do you, you know. And so in that process, though, we have to realize that it takes steps. God is constantly trying to mature us, He's taken us through situations so that we can learn different kind of situations. Like now I'm at a job where I had no intentions of being at. And another thing that I'm realizing is that me personally, I like to know. I like to know when things are going to happen, how things are going to happen. God isn't going to show us the big picture all at the same time. There are specific steps that it takes. Whenever you plan out something, there are steps that you have to take in order to actually see the big picture. It's like when you get married, you have to plan out the date, you have to get your dress, you have to get your guest list going, you have to plan out wherever it's going to be at, and then everything eventually comes together. And so whenever it comes to God and his plan, he wants us to take it step by step. So whenever he tells us to do something, he might not tell us step B and C if we don't take step A first. So he's not going to show us this is what's going to happen, but you have to do this first. No, he says do this now and trust me with the rest. Each season is for a reason, and God has to prepare us first before we're able to move on to the next step. And so he might say to you, I need you to go to school first. You know, what I have for you, you need a degree for, or you need education for. He might say, I need you to go work at this job so you can get the experience for what I'm calling you to do. And it's not just like experience physically or mentally or anything. It could be a spiritual experience. He might need to build our character, because we can't do what he is calling us to do for his glory if our character is not right and it's not ready. He has us each in a specific area, in a specific place for a purpose, because he knows the people that we need to reach. He also knows what we need to be able to continue to grow and continue to grow spiritually, to be able to do what he called us to do. Paul, he wrote in 1 Thesselonians, it says, be joyful always, pray continually, and give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for your life. And so whatever you're going through now, thank God for it. Thank God for what he has done. Thank God for where you are, and thank God for what he is going to do in advance. And also Paul said, I have learned to be content in every season that I'm in, whether I have plenty or whether I have nothing. And I feel like that also is going to help us to be able to trust God whenever we are content as far as where he has us to be, because it's giving us the peace that, all right, God, you have complete control over my life. You have complete control over the situation that I'm going through. I give it to you, it's yours, and I'm good. I'm happy, I'm good. To be able to trust God through different steps and through different seasons that we're going through, it's just going to help us to bring peace whenever it comes to not understanding. And also, I just want to throw out there that God's plan takes God's timing. So God, he has everything lined up according to his plan, his timing, his purpose. So we might say, Lord, please, please, please give me a new job by next week. God say, no. You're not ready by next week. You're going to be ready whenever I see that you're ready, whenever I know that you're ready. God knows when we are ready. He knows when things are going to line up perfectly. He knows when things are going to fall into place, and all things are falling into place as we speak. And so we don't have to worry about when. We don't have to worry about where. We don't have to worry about how. He has the plan. He knows exactly when. He knows exactly how, where, everything is going to happen. And eventually you're going to be like, oh wow, that is why I had to go through that, or that's why this happened, or that's why you made me go through this. So when it comes to God's timing, know that everything might not happen overnight. We got to trust God that it's going to happen whenever he wants it to happen. And before I end this video, I just want to read probably one of my favorite verses when it comes to trusting God, which is Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. And it says, trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. And this verse speaks to me so much, because it's like I said before, I like to try to figure everything out before it happens. But this verse says, do not lean on your own understanding, which means don't try to figure things out. Don't try to understand things, because God is the one who's going to make our path straight. And it doesn't say he might make them straight. It says he will make them straight. So lean on him, trust him, acknowledge him, and through that, pray. You know, read your Bible. I constantly say pray and read your Bible, because it's so important to be able to stay connected to God. It's going to give us peace as we're trusting him. I just hope this video encourages somebody out there. I know me personally, I have stuff going on. I think everybody out there has at least one thing that they could trust God about. I know the financial struggle is real. I know it's hard to find a job. I know you're trying to get through school. I know this world is crazy. So as far as trusting God, that is what we need to be able to continue to live this life that he has given us, and to be able to trust him with the plan and the purpose that he has for us. And so with that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you have any questions or if you need prayer, don't hesitate to write me. You can DM me on my Instagram. I have Instagram, I have Facebook, I have Twitter, I have Snapchat, and all those are always linked down below. And I think that's it. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye.